Brave Warrior Hesman, Episode 2, Hesman Appears. A reminder about the girl's space. While urgently reporting on the lion fortress, she was struck in the back by a flying rock and injured. Gritting her teeth through the pain, Space rolled aside to dodge the hail of bullets from the Doom troops. But the Doom forces kept targeting her, attacking relentlessly. No matter the cost, they were determined to eliminate the girl and not let her escape. Space kept running while trying to fight back, but it was too late. She slipped and tumbled down the mountainside. Then she collapsed to the ground, unconscious. At that moment, up on the edge of the cliff, ha ha, the girl must be dead already. Not so fast. We should climb down and make sure. No need. Look at that mountain right above her. All we have to do is shoot at it, let the rocks fall, and bury her alive. Thinking so, the Doom forces immediately aimed their guns and fired at the rocky mountain above Space. Bursts of powerful laser beams struck the cliffside, causing it to tremble. In moments, the mountain cracked apart into massive chunks. Below, Space slowly regained consciousness, startled by the terrifying noise. Oh no, is it an earthquake or something else? Just as Space lifted her head, ah! The mountain rocks came crashing down with a thunderous roar. Space was filled with despair, thinking there was no way to escape. Suddenly, a hand reached out and grabbed her leg, pulling her into a cave, just in time as the rocks collapsed over the entrance. Boom! The place where Space had fallen was now just a chaotic pile of rocks. The Doom troops, thinking the girl had been crushed to pieces, were thrilled. Ha ha! That's it! Let's go report to the commander. Meanwhile, the people of Aarhus had quietly taken Space deep into the cave to hide her. Outside, the other lion bots were being activated one after another under the control of Kieft and his friends. The 4 fierce lions charged in the same direction. Kieft and the others guided them to rush toward the Doom forces. Boom, 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 boom. At that moment, inside the Doom command room. What's that rumbling noise? The commander turned on the screen. Ah, 4 fierce lions? That's strange. Where's the 5th one? Ha ha, without it, they can't combine into the Hesman robot. Prepare for attack. The commander stepped out of the ship himself to lead the troops in launching an assault on the lions. The cannons roared all at once. Attack! But the mighty lions remained unscathed. They charged into the Doom army and launched a fierce assault. Space watched everything from inside the cave. Those 4 mighty lions, they're definitely my friends. Maybe Kieft has already found the 5th key. I have to get back quickly so we can form the Hesman robot. Space was about to run out, but the others stopped her. Don't be reckless, child. If you go out now, you'll be torn apart. But my friends are out there. I have to return to restore the Hesman robot. You just rest and regain your strength. We'll find a way to get you back to the castle. Outside, the Doom forces were launching a relentless assault. Even so, the 4 mighty lions kept charging forward. As if still not satisfied, Kieft commanded the mighty lions to stomp and roar, shaking the enemy's morale. The 4 lions charged in and shattered the Doom army's first wave of attack. Yet the Doom forces, still fierce and aggressive, continued to push forward, hoping to turn the tide. Boom! The flight squad was almost completely wiped out. The remaining ships were smashed by the charging lion bots. The commander, terrified, fled and climbed aboard the main spaceship. Never mind, I'll find another way. The 4 lion bots spotted it from afar and rushed over. But the commander had already managed to activate the system. The main spaceship slowly ascended into the sky. By the time the 4 lion bots arrived, it was already too late. How frustrating. They got away. Kieft then mobilized his friends. Now let's go find Space, see where she might be lost. The 4 lion bots split up to search for Space around the cliffs. Meanwhile, aboard the main spaceship, reporting, sir, they've restored the 4 lion robots. The leader roared, "Cursed fools! Bring out the bat monster to face them, now!" The monster, under orders, was transported in a container through the air. Then it was launched straight down toward planet Aarhus. Above, the spaceship projected a powerful electric beam onto the container. The lid flew open. Absorbing the surge of electricity, the monster grew as massive as a mountain. When the electric beam stopped, everyone could clearly see the monster's terrifying form. Inside the lion bot, the team was discussing their next move. Hello, Kieft? That monster is huge. What do we do now? We'll split into 4 directions and attack all at once. With that, Kieft and his friends spread out, surrounding the beast from all sides. Let's attack! The four lion bots charged in one after another, but to the giant monster, they were nothing more than tiny toys. With just a light swing of its arm, the monster sent the lion bots flying. Boom! At that moment, inside the lion castle. Prime Minister, look, our lion robots seem hopeless. They can't hold out against that fierce monster. What can we do? We still don't have the fifth key to combine them into Hesman. The princess watched the battle unfold on screen, her heart filled with worry for Kieft and his friends. Outside, Kieft and the others began using firepower to launch another attack. But against that monster, even the energy blasts had no effect. Growling, it stepped toward Kieft and his friends. It raised its foot, ready to crush them, but the four lion bots dodged just in time. Furious, the monster charged in, grabbing each lion bot and slamming it hard to the ground. One by one, the lion robots fell under its overwhelming power. Boom! Inside the lion bot, Kieft and his friends were shaken violently. Unable to withstand the impact, they collapsed and lost consciousness. Victorious, the monster roared with delight. Ha! The eagles, thrilled by the victory, flew back to the Doom Fortress to deliver the news. Ha! I knew it. Those four robots are no match for my monster, the leader laughed. The Wicked Witch cackled along, then added, but what worries me is the day they finally combine into the Hesman robot. Meanwhile, at the Lion Castle, the mood was very different. Please don't cry, princess. We'll find another way. Let's just hope they're still alive. Garrison of the Galaxy was just as worried upon hearing the news. How can we find the fifth key now? That's right, only Hesman has the power to defeat them. Without him, we could be in danger too. Meanwhile, in the cave, little Space was anxious and restless. I have to go back. Please help me return. My friends must be in danger. All right, I'll help you get back to the castle through a secret path. Overjoyed, Space hurriedly followed the guide. The two made their way through winding paths deep within the mountain cave. When they reached a narrow cliff wall, the guide stopped and twisted a small stone knob embedded in the rock. Instantly, the stone wall cracked open, revealing a hidden passage. Go on in. Good luck, kid. Seeing the same little mice from before, Space knew she had returned to the Lion Castle. The mice, startled by her presence, scurried back into the cave. Space ran down the corridor, calling out loudly, Kieft, Kieft, where are you all? In the command room, the princess and the prime minister, sitting in sorrow, were startled by the voice. Space? Is that really you? It's me, your highness. Are Kieft and the others all right? Space hurried down the staircase, but exhausted, she grew dizzy and slipped, tumbling down. A while later, try to drink this, Space. You'll feel better soon. Space slowly regained consciousness. After hearing the princess recount the recent battle, she grew deeply worried. Oh no, if only we had found the fifth key, things would be so different. How can we rescue them now? Can we contact them by radio? Yes, but it seems they've lost consciousness. There's been no response. Let me try to wake them up. Space channeled her own energy through the radio, sending it to her friends. Kieft, Hawk, Blaine, Strange, can you hear me? Wake up! She kept transmitting her energy into the lion bots, calling out again and again. Wake up! Can you hear me? Sure enough, after a moment, did you hear that? Ouch! That voice, isn't that Space? Kieft immediately woke up. Yes, it's me, Space. Wake up and return right away. Oh, Space, you made it out safely. The others slowly regained consciousness one by one. Ow, my head hurts. Huh, why did I sleep for so long? Listen up, everyone, Kieft commanded. We're heading back immediately. Roger that. And so, the four lion robots slowly struggled to their feet. Then, they powered up and dashed off just like before. Shortly after, they split up, each heading in a different direction. The red lion robot charged into the mouth of a volcano. The blue one leapt into the forest and vanished among the trees. Kieft piloted the yellow robot into a rocky cave, while the light blue lion dove into a lake. Moments later, the transport system activated, bringing Kieft and his friends back to their starting point. Everyone rushed into the command room. Space! Space! Where are you? Space had hidden herself, hoping to surprise her friends. Your Highness, where's Space? She's right behind you. Just as they turned around, Space leapt into their arms, full of joy. Hooray, Space! Hey, Kieft, have you found the fifth key yet? Not yet. If we had, we would have already restored the Hesman robot. That's strange. Who would steal it? Could it be mice? Space suddenly remembered. Ah, that's possible. I've seen those little mice sneaking around here all the time. Everyone rushed to the crypt to investigate. There, mouse tracks. And that tunnel, they must have crawled in there. This is tough. How are we supposed to find where they're hiding? Oh, it's not that hard. Just set a mouse trap. All right, you guys stay here. I'll go over there and scare them so they run this way. Space tiptoed carefully so the mice wouldn't notice. At that moment, inside the tunnel, one little mouse was about to sneak out. Suddenly, meow! The mice, thinking it was a cat, panicked and scrambled toward the other tunnel. And just like that, they all rushed straight into the trap. Every single one of them. "Ha! Got them all. Now let's try asking." Space held up a key and asked, "Hey, do you know where we can find another one like this?" Terrified, the mice didn't dare respond. They just huddled silently in a corner. Frustrated, Space shouted, "Do you know or not? Where did you hide it?" Just then, Princess Laura appeared. "Don't yell, Space. These little mice are harmless. Let me ask them." Gently, the princess approached the trap and spoke softly. "My dear little mice, do you still remember me?" The mice began to brighten up. "You used to dance for me every day, remember?" The mice nodded. The princess held up the key and asked, "Have you seen something like this anywhere?" Clinging to the edge of the trap, the mice grinned and nodded eagerly. "Bring it to me, okay?" "See?" the princess said. "Just let them go. They'll bring it." The mice were released and immediately scurried back into the tunnel. Sure enough, they had hidden the fifth key inside an old shoe. The mice struggled to pull it out, then dragged it all the way from the tunnel. Everyone watched in surprise and delight. "They're bringing out the key." The Prime Minister picked it up to examine. "That's it. It's the fifth key." "Hooray! Now we can restore the Hesman robot." "Hooray!" Cheers erupted all around. The Prime Minister stepped before the crypt. "Thank you, Your Majesty. Please bless us with victory." At that moment outside, the Doom forces were launching a fierce assault. The people of Aris had to flee deep into the caves to seek shelter. The Doom forces intensified their attack, blasting away until the rocky cliffs began to crumble. "Ha! I will destroy everything, everything," the enemy laughed maniacally. In the control room, Kieft and his friends watched the devastation unfold on the screen. "We can't let them run wild like this. We have to fight back. We've got everyone here. It's time to restore the Hesman robot." Everyone shouted in unison, building momentum. "Hesman!" Then, Kieft and his friends rushed into the launch room, heading into the core of the Lion Bot. One by one, each of them leapt into their designated cockpit. In moments, everyone was in position. Each of them inserted their key. One by one, the Lion Bots launched from their stations. As Kieft inserted the activation key, the giant lion atop the tower let out a mighty roar. The rocky shell surrounding it shattered, revealing a powerful black lion robot with 2 wings on its back. The giant lion folded its wings, then launched off the stone platform. It joined the other 4 lion bots, and together they charged straight toward the Doom forces. On the screen inside the main spaceship, the enemy commander watched the scene unfold. "Ha ha! The lion bots are back again!" As the dust cleared, the screen showed all 5 lion bots charging forward. "What? 5 of them! They found the 5th key!" The commander slammed the alarm button and gave the order. "Where's the monster? Stop them now!" The ground began to tremble, then cracked open. From beneath, a 2-horned monster rose from its slumber. "Grr!" The monster let out a mighty roar, then planted itself in their path. "Hello, Kieft. What should we do now?" "Just try attacking again." All 5 lion bots swooped in together. But just like before, the monster ferociously knocked them back. Kieft then piloted the great lion robot to soar up and sink its jaws into the monster's arm. But it was still unharmed. It swung its arm forcefully, knocking the great lion robot to the ground. The monster then drew a sword from behind its back. It swung its sword in a wide arc at the rocky mountain, causing the rocks to come crashing down. Kieft and the others had to move quickly to avoid being crushed. "This is bad. We need to combine into the Hesman robot right now." "Not yet. We have to fly into the sky to find a power source before we can combine." The monster didn't give Kieft's team a moment to react and thrust its sword down. Kieft dodged just in time, but then it tried to crush him with its foot. Kieft immediately gave the order. "Get ready to fly up." "Ready." The 5 robots soared into the sky at once. The monster opened its mouth and spewed fire after them. In an instant, the fiery net engulfed all 5 robots. "It's so hot, I think I'm gonna die." "Me too. What do we do now, Kieft?" Increase speed to break through the flames. Everyone grabbed the throttle and followed Kieft's command. Sure enough, they surged forward, pushing the flames behind them. Whoosh! The monster swung its arm, launching a blast of fire in pursuit. Two streams of flame shot through the sky like lightning. Fly faster, everyone! The 5 robots accelerated, and the fire couldn't catch up in time. Ahead of Kieft, a green light appeared. There's the power source. I'm giving the order to combine now. All 5 shouted in unison. Hesman! Kieft grabbed the combination lever and turned it in a full circle. The star on the screen blinked at its 5 points, then lit up in the center. As if pre-programmed, the 5 lion robots automatically flew toward the green energy source in space. The robots absorbed the energy and began to grow larger. 2 of the lion robots retracted themselves and then attached to the front legs of the great lion robot, becoming Hesman's arms. The remaining 2 lion robots folded into the shape of feet and attached to the hind legs of the great lion robot. The head of the great lion robot opened, revealing a human-like face. Kieft shouted through the communicator, "Hesman, attack!" And with that, Hesman appeared, letting out a mighty roar. Hesman! With just 2 leaps, the Hesman robot landed on the ground. The monster froze the moment it saw Hesman, but quickly regained its composure, let out a roar, and charged forward. Hesman grabbed the monster, shouted loudly, then slammed it hard to the ground. The monster, not expecting such a powerful opponent, fell and smashed its head on the ground. Bam! The monster sprang up and fired electric sparks at its opponent, but the Hesman robot remained unharmed. The monster pressed a button to launch more sparks. 4 electric bolts shot toward Hesman. Hesman stood firm like a steel fortress. The monster then grabbed its sword and charged forward, swinging it with full force. Clang! But the sword shattered, leaving only a broken hilt. Hesman immediately clasped his hands together and a burst of light flashed. Then he pulled the light apart. In an instant, it transformed into a powerful glowing sword. Then both of them charged at each other with incredible speed. Hesman swung his sword down, aiming straight at the monster's head. Ah! The monster was shattered into pieces by the electric energy from the glowing sword. Let's return and report to the leader. Our monster couldn't stand against the Hesman robot. Then, the lion robots returned to their original positions. Everyone was overjoyed with victory and began rebuilding the ruined castle. But they had no idea that far away, the Doom leader was grinding his teeth in rage. If I lose this round, I'll plan another. One way or another, I will destroy the Hesman robot. End of episode 2.